First of all, we're located in Music Garage. And Music Garage is a state-of-the-art rehearsal facility. There's one in New York and there's one right here in Chicago. 65,000 square feet right here. We're in one of the monthly rehearsal rooms. I rent this room. I've been in this room for probably 5 years. And this Music Garage has been here for 6 years. So it's a great facility. And it just made sense to have a store in this facility. There's 120 rooms in here. There's 120 drummers in here. So I instantly have 120 customers built in right here. The city of Chicago needed a dedicated drum shop. There hasn't been a dedicated drum shop in Chicago since 1993. So there's a tremendous void in the city. It's a great musical community, and so it just had to be in Chicago. Beyond that, I wanted to create a store that sort of reflected the rich history of Chicago. There's a lot of famous drummers that have come from Chicago. Guys like Gene Krupa and Tony Williams and Danny Serafin and Jimmy Chamberlain and Todd Zuckerman, Glenn Kochi. These are great drummers, and there's a rich history of manufacturing here in Chicago, like Slingerland out in Niles, nearby Chicago, and of course Ludwig right here in Chicago, and those great drum shops like Frank's Drum Shop and Bill Crowden's Drums Limited. And so I sort of wanted to create a place that pays homage to the entire industry, the drumming community.
This is the only drum shop on the planet where you can buy a drum kit, come back the next week with your band, and practice in a world-class facility.
In terms of the layout of the store, what I wanted to create was sort of like a high-end pro audio store. You could go into one room and check out a home theater system and then go into another and check out speakers. It would be great to do that with a drum shop. You know, the issue with most music stores or even drum shops is it's usually one giant room. And so the problem is, you're trying out a cymbal, he's trying out a snare drum, I'm playing a conga drum, the DVD player is playing, the phone's ringing, and it's just sonic mayhem, and nobody can hear what it is that they're trying to listen to. And in order to discern what it is that you're listening to, I decided we need to have specific rooms. So there's a stick and head room. There's a snare drum room where you can go in and audition, 125 different snare drums, but in privacy, where you're not disturbing or disrupting business elsewhere. There's a percussion room. There's a drum kit showroom that houses 100 drum sets. There's an electronic drum and percussion room. And then there's 2 cymbal rooms that house 1,500 cymbals. And by having all these environments separately and treated acoustically so that the instruments sound their very best, once again, customers can really discern what they're listening to and feel good about the choices they're making. Out of respect for customers and these wonderful instruments that we stock here, because that's what they are. They really are instruments. It's not just a product that we're trying to shovel. There's been a lot of crafting and care that have gone into making everything here, whether it's a cowbell or a cymbal or a piece of hardware or a drum. Another unique feature of the store, yes, we have a tremendous location and all the rooms are sonically treated and the selection is over the top and the prices are the best in the business, but really what sets us apart, I think, are the people. I've often said anybody with a lot of money can open up a store just like I did, but with the wrong people, it's not going to succeed. With the right people, you're going to be able to provide great customer service and give wonderful advice. So here on staff, the staff consists of nothing but drummers. We're all drummers. We've been drumming for many, many, many years. We all share the passion, and we really care about this industry and about providing the best service that we possibly can. We take pride in what we do, and that's not often the case in retail. There's at least 25 kits set up for you to audition. Like I said, there's 100 in the room, and we are able to set up anything that you want to audition at a moment's notice. We try to have one of everything in stock. Maybe not every finish, not every size, but one of every series from every manufacturer. Yamaha, Pearl, Tama, Ludwig, Sonar, Gretsch, DW, and some smaller boutique companies like Brady, Noble & Cooley, GMS, and Pork Pie. One of every kind of kit from Yamaha and Roland, and we're also getting into some D-drum and Korg as well. Because I'm so familiar working with the different types of gear through the years, I can apply my experience in the advice that I give to customers. One thing though I did notice as a kid, sometimes I was disappointed attending certain drum clinics in that I wanted to see that artist behind his or her particular setup. And very often that wasn't the case. And I would start to wonder, well, why aren't they playing the kit that I've seen in the ad or the one on the tour? And then again, I realized, oh, it's because the store couldn't bring that kit in. So one thing that changed when I started staging clinics is I wanted to present that artist in the best possible light behind his or her exact drum set. So I set out to duplicate that artist's setup right down to, you know, the sizes, the heads, the configuration, sometimes even the finish or the logo heads. They were incredibly appreciative, but they couldn't believe that I went to those extremes to do this for them. And I always explained, well, I'm doing it because I feel the artist deserves that, out of respect for them. And the audience that's sometimes paying good money to come to these clinics, I think they deserve the best presentation possible.
The incredible range of top artists who have already appeared at Vic's Drum Shop is truly staggering.
Vic has been a wonderfully supportive guy. He's a huge fan of my band District 97.
Without Victor, I wouldn't have released the Methods and Mechanics DVD, or Methods and Mechanics 2 for that fact.
Victor Salazar I met when I was on the road with Frank Zappa in Chicago.
Victor can pull you the model number out of any catalog year for any manufacturer at any point, and he's just a great wealth of information.
Hi, I'm John Riley. Really happy to be here at the grand opening of Vic's Drum Shop. I feel a little bit like a kid in a candy store. It's so much great gear, and so many of my favorite players are here for this opening.
You know, Victor, this drum shop is the product of Victor's heart and also his relationships, and the fact that there's 1 million people here clamoring, 1 million great drummers.
Anything I can do to help make this place work, I'm glad to do, because you can see he's done it to the max.
You know, Victor has been one of my oldest and dearest friends, and we met when I first played Missing Persons in 1983. We played a place called Tuts here in Chicago, and he was a drummer and a fan. We've just always kind of kept in touch. This is the place where the best guy in the world who really cares about everything is going to have everything for you to try out. His philosophy is, I want to get one of everything everybody makes so that I can have it in the shop, and if you want to check it out, you can see it. Otherwise, you look at a catalog and you don't know what something might sound like or feel like, and he's a guy he's one of us. He's a great drummer himself. So you got to, come here to Chicago and support Vic's Drums. It's the best shop in the whole world.